everybody, Alicia G here with the New Release Wednesday show, and we are here with
Roye Okupe.
And he has got some really awesome comic books right here. We're going to talk about these really quick. So tell us about the premise of your comics.
Well, so all my stories are actually either inspired by African history, African culture, or African mythology. I was born and raised in Lagos, Nigeria, and growing up, you didn't really get to see a lot of comic books and superheroes and animation that were based on African stories, African characters, African locations. So for me, it's always something that I felt like we should see more of. And when I got the chance, I quit my full-time job 3 years ago, and I went directly into making these kind of comics.
And do you illustrate as well, or do you write this?
I'm a writer creator. I wish I could draw, but I can't do it to save my life. So I'm doing the next best thing.
You've got some really great designs going on here.
Thank
Can you
you.
tell us about these characters?
Yeah, so I have 3 ongoing series. The first one is the E.X.O series. That's more of an Afrofuturist sci-fi story. I also have the Malika series. That's more historical fiction. That takes place in the 15th century West Africa. And then I have the Windmaker series. And that's heavily inspired by West African folklore. But all these characters are actually within the same universe. So it's really a cool way to tell a story in different times. So I've got the Windmaker starting from 5000 BC. The Malika series, like I said, is in 15th century. And the E.X.O series is 2025. So you get futuristic, you get mythology, you get history, all in one universe.
And that's a lot of world building to do too, with all the in-betweens there.
Yep.
How long did it take you to really develop this world of yours?
So I would say in total about maybe 6 years, and I would say 3 years doing it full time, and then 3 years just part time trying to plan. Like I said, when I was working a full time job, I knew that I really wanted to go into doing comics and animation on my own full time. So I had a lot of time to actually plan out and say, okay, how do I want to create this universe? What is the 10th book I'm going to do as opposed to just what is my first book? I would say in total about 6 years.
You've got this cool animation thing going on too.
Yes, I do.
Tell us about this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, so the animation is kind of like a long-term thing I'm trying to do. Right now I use it to promote the books, but I'm also actively pitching it to different networks, and distributors, investors, to see how we can raise money to actually do a full-length TV series or movie that's based on one of the comics.
You feel with the massive success of Black Panther, there's definitely a market for this right now.
Yes, there is a market. Unfortunately, there's also a lot of gatekeepers. So trying to get your animation isn't always about, what's the best story. It's about who do you know. So I'm trying to work my way up networking and going to different events to see how I can get to the person that knows the person that knows the person who can introduce me for a pitch.
These conventions are all about networking.
Exactly. And we have had some discussions with TV executives. Nothing is solid yet, but at least we're at the point where we're having discussions, which is a great thing.
That is great.
Yeah.
So if people want to buy your books,
yes,
check out your stories, what's the best place to do it?
YouNeekStudios.com is the best place to do it. YooNeek, and then the word studios with an S.com. It has all the books, it has all the information about each character, the stories, and more about me as well too. So that will be the first place to get it.
And they can find all the social media through that site as well?
Yes, they can. Yeah.
All right, excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So once again, it's Alicia G, New Release Wednesday. We're here at All-Star Comic Con 2018. And we'll check you guys later.